Welcome to the video guide for the installation of the R3 Navo 3-phase on-grid inverter. Take a moment to inspect the accessories of the packages. Make sure to verify all accessories against the packing information. You need to prepare cables by yourself. Ensure that the installation tool is completely prepared before beginning the installation process. Please ensure the package is undamaged before opening it. Once confirmed, proceed to unpack the inverter and accessories. Verify that the inverter is not scratched or damaged. Determine a suitable mounting location and space to support the weight of the inverter and meet clearance requirements. Use the mounting bracket as a template to mark the positions for the 4 holes. Drill holes one by one. Install the mounting bracket in the 4 holes. Tighten it with 4 expansion screws. Fix the mounting bracket. Mount the inverter on the bracket and secure it by a screw. Before you start, get familiar with the wiring areas of the inverter. This is our R3 Navo 3-phase on-grid inverter system application scenario. Strip the PE cable insulation 7 mm from the end of PE cable. Crimp the PE cable. Install PE cable of the inverter and connect to the ground bar. Trip all the cables, L1, L12-3N, and the PE cables, to 80 mm. Strip off 16 mm of insulation from L1, L2, L3N PE cable ends. Crimp pin contact terminal. Pass the crimped AC cable into the AC connector. Insert the crimped cable into the terminal according to the markings, L1/L2/L3/N/PE. Will make the insulated terminal flush with the terminal surface. Tighten it to make the insulated terminal flush with the terminal surface. Insert the main part of AC connector into the terminal and hear a click sound. Tighten the nut and there is a click sound. Connect AC cable to inverter. If you want to disassemble AC connector of inverter, rotate the buckle in the unlock direction of the mark and turn the nut in the loose direction. Pull the AC waterproof cover back to complete the separation of the male and female ends. Strip off 7 mm of insulation from the PV positive cable. Insert stripe cable into pin contact and ensure all conductor strands are captured in the pin contact. Crimp pin contact. Insert pin contact through the cable nut and assemble into positive PV connector. Ensure it is seated correctly by feeling or hearing a click. Tight the DC connector. Strip off 7 mm of insulation from the PV negative cable. Insert stripe cable into pin contact and ensure all conductor strands are captured in the pin contact. Crimp pin contact. Insert pin contact through the cable nut and assemble into negative PV connector. Ensure it is seated correctly by feeling or hearing a click. Tight the DC connector. Please use same way to make connectors for other PV strings. Ensure the voltage of each PV string does not exceed the inverter's maximum input voltage, Vmax, under any condition. Connect the PV strings to the PV input port of the inverter. Remove the protective cover of the I/O interface. Remove the nut of the I/O interface waterproof cover. Remove the small black plug. Pass the RS485 communication line through the nut and the plug. Install the cover of the I/O interface. Tighten the nut of the cover. Connect the meter port L1, L2, L3 into grid L1, L2, L3 in. Connect 230 VAC power supply to LANA. Connect the communication cable to meter TX plus, TX dash. The white cable of CT1 connects to S1, port of the meter, and the black cable connects to S2 port. Use the same way to connect the CT2, CT3 to meter. Hang CT1 on L1 cable of the main circuit breaker. Hang CT2 on L2 cable of the main circuit breaker. Hang CT3 on L3 cable of the main circuit breaker. Please refer to the user manuals of Wi-Fi 4G/LAN module. Connect the Wi-Fi 4G or ST LAN G2 module to COM or to the inverter. Follow the Wi-Fi 4G ST LAN G2 module user manual to set up the monitoring. Turn on the AC circuit breaker between the inverter and the grid. Turn on the inverter DC switch. Sys switch. Turn on. OK. Settings. Language. English. OK. Settings. Advanced. On grid. Safety. OK. Settings. Daytime. Settings. PV config. Multi. OK. Settings. COM address. Local address. OK. Settings. Advanced. On grid. Export control. Set the user value as 0 to. Settings. Advanced. Feature. Meter setting. Enable. If you have a meter installed, select meter. The inverter is counting down and finally enters the normal state.